What's up, everybody? We back again with the Build Your Freedom Live. I'm your boy, Stephen Motivate. We're about to get started. We're about to get started here in a second. And the title of today's talk is Can You Smell It? Can you smell it? We're going live on Instagram, Facebook. We're going live everywhere. Can you smell it? We are going live, folks. Thanks for hopping in. We're going live. Tell a friend. We want to help you build your freedom, build your finances, build a firm financial foundation. That's really what we're after for you. We want to help you get there. We want to help you build freedom. So, what's up? Let's get into it. I'm your boy, Stephen Motivate. What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in once again. So happy to be with you again to see another day. It's been an up and down week, but we want to talk about the mindset necessary for improvement, for success, and for freedom. How do how will you feel your freedom? That's the question you got to ask yourself: is how will you feel your freedom? How will you feel your freedom? So, this is inspired by a little situation that happened to me today. So, I was at the warehouse, was able to visit the warehouse today. And in the warehouse, the day before yesterday, I think I came by and I smelled something when I came in. And I said, wow, it's a strange smell. It's a strange smell in here. And everyone that was inside the warehouse didn't know what I was talking about. They couldn't smell it. They didn't know what it was. They weren't even picking up on the smell that I was smelling. But there was a stench. It was unpleasant when I walked in. And so I thought, okay, maybe I'm not here all the time. Maybe that's the reason I was smelling it. So no big deal. No one else smells it. Let me go on about my business. But then today, same thing happens, except for this time it wasn't myself who smelled the smell. It was my brother. My brother came by and he said, man, there's a stench in here. It doesn't smell right. Things stink. And I was in the warehouse and I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell what he was smelling. And the interesting thing about this whole story, what it made me realize is that many times you can't see yourself, you can't smell yourself when you're in it. When you're in it, you become numb to it. When you're in it, you can't really see what's wrong with it. When you're in it, you don't really see it from all angles. This is why sports teams have coaches. This is why businesses have consultants. This is why entrepreneurial people have coaches, because you can't smell yourself. You can't see yourself. You aren't able to notice what's going wrong because you've become numb to it. You're in it too long. You don't even know that there's a smell, because what is a strange smell for someone else has become normal to you because you've been in it so long. And when you're dealing with the mindset that's necessary for building your freedom, you got to think about, man, have I become numb? Have I become numb to my habits? Have I become numb to my environment, to who I'm around, to who I talk to who I dream with? Am I numb? Have I become so numb that I can't even see what I need to change or what I need to do differently, right? In order to build freedom, freedom indicates that there's something that is locking you up, something keeping you stuck. And many times what we're talking about is freedom in your finances, freedom in your finances. So a lot of things that are keeping you stuck, you don't even notice. You can't even see. You don't even realize because you're in it. You're in it. And so you're stuck in it. And so you don't smell it. You don't notice the difference. You don't notice how you're not really your best self when you're around those people. You don't notice how you're not really attuned. You're not really on point. You're not really sharp when you're in that environment. You don't notice how you're becoming dull because of the people that you're around. You don't notice it because you're in it. No big deal, right? But it's when you get an outside view, when someone from the outside comes in and takes a look, or they get a whiff of what's going on, they say, oh, something don't smell right. Something don't feel right. Something's not right. And this is why we always got to be careful when we get feedback from people, because feedback is a gift. Feedback is a gift. It is a reward. It is a package. It is to be unwrapped and understood and enjoyed. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that was going on. Of course you didn't know it was going on because you're in it. You're in it. You're in it. You don't even realize you're like the frog in the boiling pot. You don't even realize the temperature's rising. You don't even realize the temperature's rising. And in this economy, in our current day, with everything that's going on with money, the temperature is rising. The temperature is rising. Things are becoming more uncertain. Things are becoming more topsy-turvy. And it is even more important for you to have your money in a place, to have your habits arranged in a way, to have your consistency set up in such a way where you're going to be able to build your freedom. To build your freedom. And what does that look like for you? What's going to make you free? What's going to make you free? And so, one thing that will help you on this journey is for you to stop and get some evaluation from somebody else. You need some evaluation from others. You need some evaluation from others. And that's really important for you to get feedback from somebody else, for you to get an outside look. Am I building my freedom? This is why you see financial advisors in place, because what they are able to do is they're able to look at your finances and give you an indication of what path you're headed down. Are you headed down a path of freedom? Or are you headed down a path of being stuck and in bondage? And you, a lot of times, don't know. You don't realize the path you're headed down. You're in it. You don't realize that there's a roadblock up there, but it takes someone sitting at a different viewpoint, looking from a different viewpoint to say, I wouldn't go that way. I wouldn't do that thing. My mom was in town this week, and we did a podcast together, and I'm excited. I want you guys to check it out when it comes out. In fact, I want you to go to the YouTube channel and subscribe when you have a moment so you can stay up to date on everything that's coming out. But one of the things that we talked about is that, mama knows best. And many times in life, you don't realize that your mother knows best because you're in it. You can't smell it. You can't see it. You don't notice it. It's not until you live a little bit, get further down the road that you see and notice that, man, I didn't have it. I should have listened to you. You really knew what you were talking about. You really knew that I shouldn't do that, or that was really important that I do that, because the path you're headed on is what determines where you arrive at, right? Andy Stanley says this: desire doesn't determine destination. It's not because you want to get there that you get there. It's the principle of the path. It's whatever path you're on that will get you there. And if you're on a path where you don't have a side hustle, you don't pay yourself first, you're not building any type of business or extra income, you don't have any type of real estate or anything that you own, and you don't have any sort of legacy and you're not getting any sort of help, then I hate to tell you, actually, I'm glad to tell you because feedback is a gift, but you're headed down a path that's not going to result in freedom. You're going to be older, unable to move like you once were, but you're still going to have to work. And you're still going to have to try to participate in the economy because you haven't thought about the path you're on and where it leads. It's very, very, very important that we understand this. Very important that we understand this because if we don't, we risk putting ourselves in a position where we don't have freedom. But you can build freedom. It takes the right mindset and it takes the right set of decisions. This week, the stock market went up and down, mostly down, but some up yesterday. And it was quite the exercise, right? So it was quite the exercise. And a lot of people ask me, okay, should I sell? Should I buy? What should I do? Well, here's what I'll tell you. If you are invested in the stock market, as you should be, if you are invested in the stock market, what you want to do is stay invested. You want to have a long horizon and you want to invest every day. Every day, you just want to put something in there, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, because over the course of time, it is more likely that you are going to grow that money, and that money is going to actually produce a return for you. If you try to play the market, if you try to get in, get out, you're going to have a hard time doing that. And that's what traders do. People who trade, they try to buy low and sell high. And that's very difficult to do. So a lot of you have been asking, hey, what should I do? Should I sell? And what I would tell you is that you should stay in the market and you should really not pay that much attention to it. Once you've got your investment set and they're set according to, your level of risk, your appetite for risk. And if you're younger, you should have a higher appetite for it. If you're older, you should have a lower appetite for it. And you've got to, once you get to a certain age, somebody needs to pay attention to it. But if you're young, especially in your 20s and your 30s, you just need to keep investing. You just need to keep going. You just need to keep plugging away because you psychologically are not going to be able to withstand the ups and the downs of seeing your money grow and seeing your money go down to nothing. And psychologically, you're going to want to get out, pull out, try to time it. But traditionally, people who do that don't do so well. But those who stay in tend to do well. It's funny because there's a scripture that comes to my mind, and it says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, then will I make you my disciples indeed. And so I like about that because disciple, refers to discipline one. If you abide, if you stay in the thing, if you stay in, and then I'm using that for the stock market. And though that's a spiritual thing, it really applies here where you can stay in the stock market. And if you stay in it, don't pay too much attention to it. Just keep plugging away. There's a concept called dollar cost averaging. You just keep that money in the market. You just keep it in when the market's low and you put money in, you're going to be getting a good deal. When the market's high, you're going to see some return on the things you bought earlier. It's going to go up and down, but over time, you're going to likely grow your money. And it's just a good place to put money. Your bank account that just gives you a normal savings rate is not the best place, right? the stock market is a much better place to put your money. And you want to put it in things like VOO or SPY. Then these are basically indexes and ETFs that will follow the S&P 500. So the 500 most popular companies that make up that index will be what you're invested in. And as you know, companies exist and they make money. They serve people's needs, they serve customers, and they make money. And they need money to make money. They have to invest in their infrastructure and all that sort of thing. But usually that investment comes with a return. And so if you're a part owner in that by holding a share of stock, it's just a good place to put your money. And you have to remember the concept. And if you didn't see the video, get on my YouTube channel and go check it out. It's called Pay Yourself First. You've got to understand how to pay yourself first, not your bills first, pay you first. And I'm telling you this because, again, you can't see you. You can't smell it. You're in it. You think it's no big deal that you're not giving yourself $10, $1 every. Oh, what's $1 going to do? It's going to add up. What's $10 going to do every week? It's going to add up. And that's coming from someone who's not you, but I can see outside of you and I can tell you, oh, there's a path for people who invest consistently. They do better. They do well. You would do well to pay yourself first. This is the mindset you need. And I just wanted to come to you real quick because we want to stay consistent with our Thursday lives as much as we can. And I wanted to tell you that because that really hit me. You can't smell it. You can't see it because you're in it. You need someone else to give you some pointers and give you some feedback on what you need to do. The market was crazy this week. Stock market was up and down, but I lost a lot of value in my stocks, and then I regained a lot of value, and it's going up and down, and it's volatile. And I don't like it, and I'm praying, I'm believing that there will be some consistency and certainty for my businesses, for my employees. I want to see that. But also, I'm understanding that God is sovereign. Money isn't everything. Things go up, things go down, what have you. Life does not consist of the material things or the abundance of things or possessions. That's not what life is about. So there is solace in that. And I know that that's the foundation. I wish there was some certainty in the market. There isn't right now. But in the midst of all that, there's still some good principles, some wisdom as it relates to how you use your money and how you build freedom. And I'm telling you right now, if no one's ever told you, you need to put something back for you first. Pay yourself first. Okay? Pay yourself first. Put some money back for yourself. And you can put that money in the stock market because it's, even with all the volatility, it's still a good place to put money. So that's it. I want you to go to the YouTube channel. I want you to be on the lookout. We're going to have a challenge called the Fuel Your Freedom Challenge, where I break down for you the 5 steps that you need to understand and you need to be able to deploy in order to build freedom for yourself, regardless of what the market is doing, regardless of what's happening with the government, regardless, you still need to build freedom. And I want to show you how to do that. And I'm excited because I believe this will help you get on a path that leads to freedom. You don't have to feel stuck. You don't have to feel financially amuck. You can build freedom. So, look, we love you. As always, I want you to stay motivated. Until next time, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy. Stay motivated. Peace.